very good evening. This is Abigail bringing to you the news and events in Meghalaya from Don Bosco Media Network. Here are the headlines for today. Meghalaya government sanctions ₹50 crore for construction of Ram Road, reaching out beyond the call of duty, 6 MLP battalion, creation of Khasi JAC Development Council in the state of Assam, a demand by indigenous people residing in Assam. Assembly Committee on Women's Empowerment expresses concern over underage pregnancy in Meghalaya, and pork sellers are facing hard times due to pig scarcity in Meghalaya. And now the news in detail. The National People's Party NPP-led Meghalaya Democratic Alliance government in Meghalaya has sanctioned an amount of ₹50 crore for the construction of Ram Road on the Indo-Bangladesh border of East Khasi Hills district. The road was supposed to be taken up by the previous Congress-led government, but due to some reasons, the road could not see the light of day. Talking to the media on the development front under Ram Assembly constituency, and opposition member belonging to the Congress, Himalaya M. Shangpliang, said that tangible development has taken place in his constituency due to his persistent effort to keep on reminding the state government not to neglect development for the border areas, that the construction of this road will become a reality. Shangpliang said this road is not only for the benefit of the border people but of strategic importance for the nation.
Kata ke sorkar na aingo ya sorkar bakalas ngap ya ke jindawa jonga pat kala ai ya kata ke sanction. Kata ke long ke development ke menengkong. Ke development ke ba ar ke long ya ke surok. Anda ngala bu ya ke jingtho la jan sausin na sansin ngala le bu ya ke jingtho ho chief minister. Ngala le ya kan do ba president song deputy chief minister PWD. Khadu khatwai manta u chief minister ula sanction san folklore tengka ban ai ke surok ban sina nadu na balap chadu charungku kata kala long ke ege ke jingarap ke baheba ya ke border nomor balai ka border ngalong haka city jonga ba how chief minister no bakane ka border ka lenti ka road border road kam dei tang imta kinong border ka dei ka international border road baka dei strategically lada don kano no ka jinyaki hapdeng ka Bangladesh per ka India ka dei ka ne ka surok kaban ailat ya ki sipai jongi bakin ya lembak ni surok namar kata kada ni don kam for security reasons, for strategical reasons bangi dei bangin sina ya kanik surok de hamta u chief minister ula kongo lamanjur bana ai khuble yu ba ula sanction ya kanik san folklore ka.
Following the review meeting held on 2nd December 2020, Wednesday evening, the government urged the general public to be cautious and aware about the situation since Christmas time is right at the doorsteps. People should not forget at this point of time when the world is still fighting against the pandemic. Shri Conrad K. Sangma also informed that the state will soon receive the vaccine to prevent the virus. The CM also requested the different organizations not to take the law in their hand, but to reason carefully in their quest to implement ILP in the state.
So basically for the state of Meghalaya, we have, since the first phase will be a phase where medical and frontline workers will be the first to be immunized. So therefore it will be a slightly more structured and easier process because most of them will be able to go to the closest health center and receive the vaccination. So we are very much ready with that. We have asked all the deputy commissioners to ensure that the manpowers are put in place, the respective infrastructure are put in place. So that will be the first phase, and we expect that there will be maybe most probably 2 dosage that will be required for every individual, which we are not clear yet, but this is what we were told. So we will have to wait and see when the final information comes to us. Today, the government of UK has approved the Pfizer vaccine, so that's a positive news. So hopefully we'll see that as the days and the weeks go by. We are all hoping that this will happen soon. But I think more importantly, we as a state should be ready to implement it in a swift manner. Festive season, which is already begun and which will only pick up during the course of this month. So it is important that we come up with basic guidelines and if necessary protocols to ensure that people are safe because we have a tendency that during festive seasons we do tend to let down our guards. So therefore, keeping that in mind, we have decided to have consultations extensively with different stakeholders. So the deputy commissioners will be asked to hold different meetings with different stakeholders to get their feedbacks, and after getting the feedback from them, within a few days' time, maximum hopefully within a week's time, we'll be able to come up with some guidelines for this festive season. But I think in general, I would like to appeal through the media to all our citizens that Christmas time, of course, is a time where we all are in a festive mood. So I would urge that whatever we do, we should always keep the discipline and the safety aspects always there, and as usual maintain all the protocols that we have been maintaining for the past many months. No, I think we have been already communicating with everybody that there is a sincere effort from the government side. Even the governor has ensured that he will take up the matter with centre, not just for the ILP but also for the MRSSA. So I think these are all very positive news. So therefore, there is no need for any such action to be taken by anybody. And obviously, this is something that cannot be allowed also. And the government will ensure that the law is maintained. But we will also ensure at the same time that all the steps that need to be taken to ensure that we are monitoring the people who are coming in is something that we are very committed to. And that is the reason why now the entry-exit points, especially the entry point at Umling, is ready physically. But we are just training the manpower now. And I think within a matter of days, we should be seeing that entry point being activated. So therefore, there can be clearly people will see that there is a committed effort and a commitment from the state government side to ensure that we have a mechanism in place.
The officers and all other ranks of 6 MLP Battalion to Umran had decided to help up the poor and needy people of the nearby villages, especially during the COVID pandemic. In this regard, they had made donations and contributions to Children's Home and some private individuals who faced genuine problems earlier. Further, in the run-up to Christmas and keeping in mind the prevailing economic impact of COVID-19, they decided to make donations in the form of blankets. Hence, yesterday, 1st December 2020, 6 MLP Battalion launched its campaign called Reaching Out Beyond the Call of Duty, Lakador's aim, MPS Commandant 6 MLP Battalion to Umran said. They then started by donating 50 blankets to the most needy members of Umran Nyang Bernai village Ribhoi district who were identified by the Dorbar Shillong. He also mentioned the program will continue in the days to come in the surrounding villages of 6 MLP Battalion Headquarter Umran, where they will donate 50 blankets in each village to the most needy people identified by the VDPs and Dorbar Shillong. Till date, they have received contributions from their personal and well-wishers to the tune of 500 blankets to be donated in the run-up to Christmas and hope that others too will support them in future. Today, the 2nd December, another 400 blankets have been pledged to this program by our police personal friends and well-wishers, bringing the total to 900 blankets. We are grateful to our police personnel, DC Ribhoi, friends, well-wishers, donors and all those who have supported us in this initiative of reaching out beyond the call of duty, Lakador's aim added.
Ba Prasad Hangne, Deputy Commandant, Ba Marching Deputy Commandant, Iba Sotun, Nang tay barap sang bat kumne ter baro kini ibang iya lang habang iya syong hapo ka batalian haba ngijudon ka jing ka meeting ngidon ka dorbar bat ngikeli ya ki para nong tray ibang iya lang ki pulit ki jongi ki personal ki jongi ngong ke phi kwa ban le ki ong ngi kwa ban yarap khamtam hagani ka snem kabawan gani kanem sneo kata ka COVID-19 te namar kata ngila kener ya lagi kiti bagi nyarap ya kiwei pat bat ngikot ya gani kata ka reaching out beyond the call of duty kani kamde ka duty jongi henrei ngiya kam chakmat ya kani ka duty ka jongi namar kata ngikot ya gani ka program ka reaching out beyond the call of duty but mentakas ngisdang ya kani ka program bangin sam yaki blanket nakani kasnong kajong pi nakani kasnong kajongi nakani kasnong kajonga de ngilamang bangin let la kumno ar pautli kisnong kibadon hangni hajan umran hajan gani ka batalian kajongi bat haman lagi kisnong ngikwa bangin sam la kumno san pautli ki blanket ya kinong snong kibadon kam hot ngikwa ban sam kambun ngikwa ban ai kambun henrei kat kum ka jingkot ka jongi kum ta ngin sam ha kisnong ki baper hangni te nakaliang ka jonga kumu komandan nakaliang jong ki staff ki jonga bat boro ki pulit jong ka 6 battalion ni ai kublay yepi bat ai ba kani ka Christmas kanlong ka ba suk ka ba kemen yepi bat nginget ru ba uniu snem uban wan unlong snem ubabha kumba mentau snem la kaladon sakani kanem sniu kaba nadu ubanai march nginget bat ngikermen ru ba uniu snem uban wan unlong snem ubah kambha
Temyong Lucia Temyong Benedict Temyong Rita Nongsid Miriam Walang Beri Walang Jacinta Walang
The indigenous people belonging to the Khasi and Jaintia communities residing in the Barak Valley of Assam today urged the Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma to take up with his Assam counterpart for the creation of Khasi Jaintia Development Council in the state of Assam. In a memorandum submitted to the Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma at the main secretariat in Shillong, the President of Khasi Jaintia Development Council Demand Committee S. Pakantent made this request to the Chief Minister on the ground that National People's Party being part of the Northeast Democratic Alliance. Speaking to the media, Donald Thaba, the Secretary of Central Body of the Khasi Students' Union, who spoke on behalf of the organization, said that the creation of the council will immensely help for the development of the indigenous people living in the Barak Valley of Assam.
So he will try to set up a meeting between the Chief Minister of Assam, Sarbananda Sonowal, and the Himanta Biswa Sarma, so as they can air their grievances towards those people concerned in Assam. So they will discuss with the state government of Assam, but they will facilitate a meeting between the Barak Valley Development Council Demand Committee and the government of Assam, that is with the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister. They are going to do it tonight only, but that depends on the government of Assam whether it will be free or no, owing to the upcoming elections in Assam also. So they'll be very busy.
Member of the Assembly Committee on Women's Empowerment, Himalaya M. Shangpliang, today expressed deep concern over underage pregnancy in the state. Speaking to the media, Shangpliang said the Assembly Committee has toured the length and breadth of the state to gather information on the status of women to be submitted to the state government for taking necessary action, and found that underage pregnancy was particularly on the rise during COVID-19 pandemic as young people were not engaged in productive activities. He urged the government to create awareness in this regard, as early marriage is having an adverse impact on the health of women and their economy.
Scheme kabaki onka wedding assistance scheme, Chief Minister's wedding assistance scheme. Te kidon bon sen ba kidon ki konsamla kiba duk ki konsamla kiba anna ki konsamla kiba mdon kmi don kapasyo. Andre kiba kwa ban yo ban poi buram hakajing shongkurim te namar kata kadang nak lek sorkar ni ngilabo ya kajing mang pisa ya beta jong kini ki konsamla te kalong kumba kasan hajar ya tin kerpat kum kita ki baso kwa bakin lek bakin yo ban poi buram hakajing shongkurim tin ya apply sya director jong social welfare bat kin yo ya kita kijing mentoy.
The pork sellers in Shillong are facing hard times due to pig scarcity. Talking to the media, some of the pork sellers said they are uncertain if they could carry on this business as purchasing pigs has become extremely scarce as there's extreme supply shortage of pigs. People do not want to bring the pigs to the city due to sudden price hike in the transportation charges that has made the pig selling business unprofitable. They also said that COVID-19 pandemic has not affected their business but due to lack of supply of pigs from Assam. They also said that if things carry on in this way, they will have to close down their shops in the coming days.
Tapi orang nak biasa musnyang pilih kan?
Biasa musnyang kalau tu kan sebelum mental aku hiu ni habis pihak mersteng ni malbandi merui ni melak.
Jengdir udah nah.
Jengdir udah nah. Apa jengdir yang kita kan palak saya tu.
Musnyang udah nah.
Musnyang udah nah. Jengdir tu kalau kita kan macam musnyang saya lah macam dia. Kram ni dah kan kena kram kan dah kram ni dah. Nama datang tu nak kasih itu ni. Yang itu. Dan lain setahun ini makan yang tu ni telur dan banyak juga itu dah. Nak telur itu kalau tahu. Dan banyak juga orang ada dan Jepang dan itu. Kan awal kali yang kena lagi entah. Masuah di merata sekarang orang nak datang nak kawan kram dan itu sin terkadang ni tak. Orang berdalam dan Jepang dan itu dah film. Sudah lah cangkai itu ni ni lah nak main bang itu main yang macam itu. Tapi jenis yang senang kabayok lagi lemer. Ini kita tanya yang nak tanya. Ini kita tanya apa? Yang senang kita pun searah mesti.
The Society for Urban and Rural Empowerment SURE has on the 30th November 2020 inaugurated another traditional food joint in Chamcham village, East Janta Hills district. Just to recall, this is the second food joint that was opened by SURE. It is popularly known as Meghalaya Cafe or Mother Earth Cafe. It is one of the projects under the theme No One Shall Be Left Behind initiative in collaboration with the Northeast Slow Food and Agro Biodiversity Society NDS FAS, sponsored by Rural. This particular village, Chamcham, is only 33 kilometers from Jowai and 24 kilometers from Clarion. This place is also blessed with beautiful falls, and to name a few, Mupun Falls in Mutong, Rinji Falls, Sak Sau in Chamcham, Latang Falls in Lumchirmit, Umberlane Falls in Rangat and others. In the inaugural function, people from all walks of life participated, which include the VDPs, womenfolk, menfolk, teachers, ASHA and others. Speaking on the occasion, the village elder or the Wahechnong of Chamcham, Shri Lo Dhakar, expressed gratitude to the SURE team for the innovative ideas and strategic planning to make this day special. He also said there was a plan to implement this particular idea, but it didn't happen, and the SURE team is the first to implement this idea of preserving the traditional way of cooking. Promotion of the different types of Khasi traditional musical instruments, handmade materials, etc. are some of the objectives of setting up this place. The Wahechnong also gave his assurance to promote this place by keeping more of the traditional instrument to make the tourists aware of the customs and traditions of the people through these instruments. Srimati Pasqualina Lamare, associate of SURE, stressed on the importance to go back to traditional food since most of the younger generation are being alienated from the traditional way of cooking. In the meantime, this food joint Meghalaya Cafe will also improve the livelihood of the people in the area since tourists coming to this place love to taste our local cuisine. She also urged the locals to maintain cleanliness. Others speaking on this day are Somja Pawa, field coordinator of SURE, and Rolly Pawa, the owner of Meghalaya Cafe, and others. National Pollution Control Day is observed in India every year on 2nd of December to raise awareness about the problems of increasing pollution. In Meghalaya, National Pollution Control Day is observed today to instill awareness among people about environmental pollution and its disastrous consequences. The aim of National Pollution Control is to bring awareness to people about prevention of air, soil, noise and water pollution and to educate people about the importance of pollution control acts. Speaking on the occasion, Meghalaya Pollution Control Board, a senior environmental engineer, W.R. Kharkrang, said, in regard to awareness programs, they have used various mediums such as radio and other mediums to inform and educate the public, but also call on each and every individual to be responsible for their action when it comes to environmental protection. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Thank you for joining us.